Hey everyone, Windows 10 is reaching end of life on October 14, 2026, that's less than a year away. After that date, if you're still running Windows 10, you won't receive any more security updates, leaving your PC vulnerable to malware and cyber attacks. Microsoft wants you to upgrade to Windows 11, but here's the problem: millions of perfectly good computers can't install Windows 11 because of Microsoft's strict hardware requirements. Maybe your CPU is from 2016 instead of 2018. Maybe you don't have TPM 2.0. Maybe you don't have Secure Boot enabled. But here's the truth: if your PC runs Windows 10 smoothly, it can absolutely handle Windows 11. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to install the brand new Windows 11 25H2, the latest version, on unsupported hardware using a free tool called Rufus. This method bypasses all of Microsoft's requirements: TPM 2.0, Secure Boot, CPU generation, and even the forced Microsoft account. If you find this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more Windows tutorials. Let's get your unsupported PC running Windows 11. First, we need to get the official Windows 11 installation file from Microsoft. Open your web browser and go to microsoft.com/software-download/Windows 11. Scroll down to the section that says Download Windows 11 Disk Image ISO. Click the drop-down menu under Select Download. Choose Windows 11 Multi-Edition ISO. This includes both Home and Pro editions. Click Download. Now select your product language from the drop-down menu. Important: if you're doing an in-place upgrade, meaning you want to keep your files and apps, choose the same language your current Windows is using. If you choose a different language, the installer won't give you the option to keep your files. Click Confirm. Now click the 64-bit download button. The Windows 11 25H2 ISO file will start downloading. This file is about 5 to 6 gigabytes, so it'll take 10 to 30 minutes depending on your internet speed. Save it to your Downloads folder or somewhere you can easily find it. While that's downloading, let's get Rufus. Download Rufus. Open a new browser tab and go to rufus.ie. This is the official Rufus website. Scroll down to the download section. You'll see several download options. Rufus 4X Standard Version, Rufus 4X Portable, Rufus 64 for ARM processors. Other versions, which one should you choose? For most people, just click the first option, Rufus 4X. It's labeled as standard, but it doesn't actually install anything on your PC. It just runs as a program. The portable version is identical, it just has a different file name. Either works fine. The file downloads. It's tiny, less than 2 megabytes. Once downloaded, you're ready to go. You need a USB flash drive with at least 8 gigabytes capacity. 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes is even better. Important: everything on this USB drive will be deleted. Make sure to back up any files from the USB drive before proceeding. Insert your USB flash drive into your computer. If Windows opens File Explorer showing the USB drive contents, just close it. We're ready to use Rufus. Before we create the bootable USB, we need to know if your PC uses UEFI or legacy BIOS. This determines how we configure Rufus. Press Windows key +R to open the Run dialog. Type mesinfo32. Press Enter. The system information window opens. Look for the row that says BIOS mode. It will say either legacy or UEFI. Remember which one you have. We'll need this in a moment. If it says UEFI, you'll use GPT partition scheme in Rufus. If it says legacy, you'll use MBR partition scheme in Rufus. Got it? Good. Close system information. Navigate to your Downloads folder and find Rufus. Double-click to run it. If you get a user account control prompt, click Yes. Rufus opens. It might ask if you want to check for updates. I recommend clicking Yes to get the latest version. Now let's configure it step by step. Device at the top, make sure your USB flash drive is selected. If you only have one USB drive plugged in, Rufus will automatically select it. Boot selection, click the Select button on the right. Navigate to your Downloads folder and select the Windows 11 25H2 ISO file you downloaded earlier. Click Open. Rufus loads the ISO file information. Partition scheme. This is critical. Remember that BIOS mode we checked earlier? If your PC uses UEFI, leave it on GPT. If your PC uses legacy BIOS, change it to MBR. To change it, click the drop-down and select the appropriate option. Target system. This changes automatically based on your partition scheme. Don't worry about it. Volume label. You can leave this as Windows 11 or change it to whatever you want. This is just the name of the USB drive. File system. Leave this on NTFS, default. Cluster size. Leave this on default. Everything else can stay at default settings. Now click the big Start button at the bottom. This is where the magic happens. Rufus shows you a window called Windows User Experience with several customization options. Let me explain each option. Check remove requirement for 4 GB plus RAM if your PC has less than 4 GB of RAM, though I recommend at least 4 GB for decent performance. Check remove requirement for secure boot and TPM 2.0. This is the important one. This is what lets you install on unsupported hardware. Always check this. Check remove requirement for an online Microsoft account. This is great. Microsoft tries to force you to use a Microsoft account and email login. Checking this lets you use a local account instead. Much better for privacy. Local account username. You can type a username here, like John or admin or whatever you want. If you leave it blank, Windows will ask you during setup. Check set regional options to the same as this uses. Auto selects your country and language settings. Checking this means less clicking during setup. Check disable data collection. Skip privacy questions. I highly recommend checking this. It automatically disables telemetry and skips all those annoying privacy questions during setup. Check disable BitLocker device encryption. BitLocker is Microsoft's disk encryption. On supported hardware with a Microsoft account, it enables automatically. If you don't want encryption, which can slow down older PCs, check this box. Once you've configured everything, click OK. Rufus shows you one final warning. All data on your USB drive will be destroyed. This is your last chance to back up anything important from that USB drive. If you're ready, click OK. Rufus now formats your USB drive, extracts the Windows 11 installation files, applies your customizations, and makes the drive bootable. This process takes 5 to 15 minutes depending on your USB drive speed and computer performance. You'll see a progress bar showing extracting files, applying modifications, creating bootable drive. Be patient and let it complete. Don't unplug the USB drive or close Rufus. When it's done, you'll see Ready in the status bar at the bottom. Click Close to exit Rufus. Congratulations, you now have a bootable Windows 11 USB drive that bypasses all of Microsoft's requirements. Now you have a choice between two installation methods. Option A, in-place upgrade, keep files and apps. This installs Windows 11 over your existing Windows 10, keeping all your personal files, documents, pictures, videos. Option B, clean install, fresh start. This wipes everything and installs Windows 11 from scratch. This is the easier method. Let's upgrade while keeping your files. With Windows 10 still running, open File Explorer. Navigate to your USB drive. It should show up as Windows 11 or whatever name you gave it. Open the USB drive and find the file called setup.exe. Double-click setup.exe to run it. Windows might show a user account control prompt. Click Yes. The Windows 11 setup program opens. Click on Change how setup downloads updates. Do not choose to update now. If you choose to update, it may take a long time. Click Next. Setup checks for updates online. Wait for this to complete. Accept license terms. Interestingly, even though we used Rufus to bypass requirements, Microsoft still shows a warning. This PC doesn't meet the minimum requirements for Windows 11. The warning says installing on unsupported hardware may result in compatibility issues, blah blah blah. Don't worry. This is just Microsoft covering themselves legally. Your PC will run Windows 11 just fine. Click Accept to continue. Setup prepares the installation. This takes a few minutes. Eventually, you'll see ready to install. Installing Windows 11 Pro or Home, depending on your edition. Keep personal files and apps. This confirms you're keeping everything. If you want to change what to keep, click Change What to Keep, but I recommend leaving it on Keep Personal Files and Apps. When you're ready, click Install. Windows 11 installation begins. Your PC will copy Windows 11 files, 15 to 30 minutes, restart automatically several times, show various progress screens, eventually reach the Windows 11 desktop. Don't touch anything. The installation is fully automatic. Just let it run. Go make a coffee. Watch a YouTube video. Do something else. This takes 30 to 60 minutes, depending on your PC's speed. After several restarts, you'll eventually see the Windows 11 desktop. You might notice it still has your old Windows 10 wallpaper. That's normal. Let's verify the installation. Type search bar WinVer. Press Enter. A window appears showing your Windows version. It should say version 25H2. This confirms you're on the latest Windows 11. Close this window. Look around your desktop. All your files and programs should still be there. Click the Start menu. It's now centered at the bottom with the new Windows 11 design. Everything works. You've successfully upgraded to Windows 11 on unsupported hardware. Check activation. Go to Settings, then System, then Activation. If your Windows 10 was activated, Windows 11 should automatically activate using your digital license. Important! You must install the same edition, Home or Pro, that you had before. If you had Windows 10 Home and install Windows 11 Pro, you'll need a new product key. Will you get Windows updates? This is a common question. Will Microsoft block updates on unsupported hardware? The answer, no. You get all updates just like officially supported PCs. Let me prove it. Go to Settings, then Windows Update. Click on Check for updates. Windows will find and install all available updates. Microsoft does not block updates on unsupported hardware. You'll receive security updates, feature updates, quality updates, and driver updates. You're already running Windows 11. And there you have it. A complete guide to installing Windows 11 25H2, the latest version, on unsupported hardware using Rufus. What CPU does your unsupported PC have? Did this method work for you? Are you planning to upgrade before Windows 10 end of life? Drop your questions and experiences in the comments below. If this video helped you save your computer from the landfill, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else struggling with Windows 11 requirements. Subscribe to the channel for more Windows tutorials, PC tips, and ways to get the most out of your hardware. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching. Don't let Microsoft's artificial requirements stop you from upgrading. Your PC is probably more capable than they want you to believe. See you in the next video.